Can I get a paid caregiver for Black Friday 2025? Listen, if that's the only question you got, stick around to the end and I definitely can handle that one for you. All right. So what's up? What's up? What's up? Black Friday 2025. People want to know one thing. Can I get a caregiver? Absolutely. Man, easy as pie. That sliced good sweet potato pie. I hope you had to get a chance to have gotten yourself some yesterday. Absolutely. Look, we ate really lovely. Special shout out to the chefs, all the chefs that was involved, everybody that came together to do our little thing. You know what I mean? Still got some leftovers right now. Gary heat me up a plate, but I was had a couple questions. How do I get to be a caregiver? See, this is kind of like a two-part question, so I'm gonna answer it in a couple different ways. I don't know. I got the question earlier. I don't know if they was asking, what do I have to do to be the caregiver or to get the caregiver? But it's really all the way easy, and it's somehow the same. You know what I mean? So look, if you don't know me, my name is Kayan Church. A lot of people like to call me Mr. KC. They say it sounds a lot easier. Uh, what do? I help financially challenged family members to become paid caregivers through the Medicaid long-term health care program, or what's more commonly known as LTSS. And the reason why we do that is because we need people to be able to sustain their own living, especially if you're taking care of somebody else. You know what I mean? I mean, why would you have to suffer to take care of somebody else? You already above and beyond, you know what I mean, doing what you got to do. And, you know, you taking care of other people. So you don't want to be broke taking care of other people. Thanks for the link because I forgot to ask you for it. So look, if you're here with me in the live, hashtag live, if you're here with me in the rebroadcast, hashtag rebroadcast. Let me send this link to a couple people. That ain't it. Miss Ludia, when I sent the link, when I texted it just got real long. It didn't show up like it does on the messenger thing. You know what I mean? I couldn't see it like that. Can you send that to me again? So look, real easy. A lot of people like to talk about, oh, it's a waiver for this. It's a way you can do that. I don't know. It may be a lot of ways to get paid. All I know is the number one and the easiest way to get paid, and that's Medicaid. You know what I mean? Medicaid is the only insurance company that I know personally. Maybe more, you know what I mean? And I don't know everything, so I don't want y'all to think like I know everything. But look, uh, only insurance company that I actually know that will pay a unskilled person such as a caregiver. You know what I mean? So look, hashtag live if you're watching this in a live, hashtag rebroadcast if you're watching this in a rebroadcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you getting them likes up, man. Gotta get them likes up. Gotta get them likes up. They calling me on the phone. I don't know why they calling me on the phone. I'm a texting right now. Yo, tune in on YouTube. Check me out. Okay, let me say this other link. Absolutely. So, what you want to do is you want to be down with Medicaid. You know what I mean? Medicaid, like I said, they take care of a person quick, fast before they have to put them away somewhere. Like you don't want to be nursing home type. You know what I mean? You want to be at your home type. You know what I mean? So the only way they can do that is to pay the caregivers. You know what I mean? And that's really a win-win situation because it's a win for you and it's a win for the insurance company. They're gonna spend a lot of money. When my pop was at the rehab place, they was charging him 15,000 just to stay there, and I had to keep one of our caregivers there just to take care of him because you know how they be. They late. I'm not saying everybody lazy, but a lot of them lazy and they wasn't doing nothing. So now I'm paying a caregiver to go around there and get pop his bath when he needed, his clothes out, stuff because you send your stuff to the place. You know what I mean? They lose all the people clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a job taking care of people while they at the place. So if you got to do all that, you might as well do it while you're at the crib. You know what I mean? Like you ain't gonna lose the laundry. And it's just you at the house. You know. I'm sorry, y'all. I know I'm distracted. I'm sending this link out. I need a couple people to sign on and check me out. You know what I mean? Listen, if you're here right now, hashtag your city, your state. Let me know. Are you a caregiver? How you do it, what's going on with you? Let me know what's good with you. If you are a caregiver, who you take care of? Mother, father, family member, wife, husband, brother, somebody getting taken care of. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all sharing this link too, man. And I'm trying to get on here regular with you, like every day at noon. So, we're gonna get it popping. So you in Medicaid and you wondering why. This is the next scenario. You in Medicaid and you wondering why you can't get a paid caregiver. Number one reason why you can't get a paid caregiver is you in the wrong program. Simple as that, man. Like my boy Kirk say from B More. Simple as that, K. Simple as that, baby. Shout out to all my peoples in Baltimore, man. If you watching this thing, man, it's what it is, man. We love y'all. Medicaid everywhere. But look, you in the right program, man. That's where the magic happens. You know what I mean? You got to be in the long-term healthcare program. Now, a lot of people going to ask you, how do you know if I'm in the program or not? I think I'm in. How do I know? Well, number one, do you got a case manager? If you got a case manager, 9 times out of 10, you in. I'm going to say 10 out of 10, you in. But if I say, do you got a case manager? And you say, I don't got no case manager, I'm going to say, you're not in. You know what I mean? Now, how would you know if you have a case manager? Because if you ever had a problem, or you ever had an issue, or you ever needed anything, you would have your own personal concierge person at Medicaid that you could call, and that person will be your case manager. Now, if you just, shooting your stuff in the wind and you call them the number on the back of the card, 9 times out of 10, you're not connected. You ain't got the case manager. You know what I mean? So then you got to ask yourself a question. Why don't I have a case manager? I'm in Medicaid. Well, could be a couple things, man. I'm gonna break it down to you, man. Look, it's Black Friday. I'm done spending all my money. I'm broke. You know what I mean? I'm tired. I ate a lot of turkey yesterday. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give it to you. You know what I mean? Now, I don't even know what I was going to tell you, man, because that might be a relevant or irrelevant point. Don't tell nobody that I lost my train of thought, neither. All right. Hashtag live if you with me. Hashtag rebroadcast if you're in a rebroadcast. So the idea is to get you with the case manager, really, number one. Now, what I was going to say earlier, I kind of forgot, but the reason why you may not have a case manager and you have Medicaid is because Medicaid may not be your main insurance. I forget the lingo that they use when they talk about that, but it may not be your primary. You know what I mean? It may be your secondary. And you might say, well, what the heck is that? Primary, secondary? Well, a lot of people got Medicaid to get their medications and they use it as a secondary when really they have another insurance as their primary. You know what I mean? Could be Aetna, could be Blue Cross, it could be a million things. But this is what you need to know. If you want to be in a program, you got to have Medicaid only. You can't have Medicaid, nothing else. Nothing else. Nothing. Not Medicaid, Medicare, not Medicaid, anything. Because you need Medicaid to be the primary. Now, when they the primary, they're gonna make sure that you get this paid care. See, all the other insurance companies, they only administer care to people when they're in the hospital and when they're doing some kind of skill care, like it's got to come under a doctor's orders. You know what I mean? What we do is activities of daily living, and that doesn't really fall under a doctor's orders because it's I don't want to say it's easy. It's what's the best word I can say? It's non-medical. That's the best word I can say. It's non-medical care. So, the doctor can't order you up some non-medical care. The doctor can't order you up nobody to come to your house and just sit here and do no companionship. But guess what? Medicaid will. You know what I mean? They willing to pay for that kind of stuff. See, the other insurance companies, they only pay when they get to be bigger, larger problems, and then then they gotta make a move. You know what I mean? So like that's right. Number one, got to be in Medicaid. Number two, got to be in the program, the LTSS program, long term program. Boom. You in the long term. I don't know what they call it in your city, in your state. Hashtag where you watching this from, your city or your state or both. Give me the county. I don't know. If you know all the information, drop it in the comment. Drop it in the comment. So look, Corey Taylor, what's going on with you, cousin? How you been, man? So look, you gotta be in the program, man. Simple as that. If you're in the program, we're gonna get all your needs met, man. You know what I mean? We're gonna get you whatever. And I seen a lot of case managers help people with other things outside of just more hours and more care. Like I seen case managers ask the people, do you need anything around your house? Like you got a chair lift. Like sometimes if you live in the city, you know what I mean, you might need a chair, stair, I don't know what they call it, one of them lifts to get in and out the house. You know what I'm saying? Them joints to be outside. Sometimes the people roll out into them, then boom, roll down, go onto the street. The case manager is a person to take care of stuff like that. That's the person who you call and you say, yo, this is what I need. Mr. Seth in the building, 4627. What's going on, man? I see you hollering, man. You here live in the building. Look, if you on with me right now, hashtag live. If you on the rebroadcast, hashtag rebroadcast. I wish our Spanish liaison, Miss Attree, was here because I get her to say it in Spanish for you. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it, man. Don't be afraid, man. If you got a question, put it in the comments. Now, I don't know how to make the comments pop up real fast. Do we got any comments? Okay, I see him. Because sometimes they don't pop up fast. Steve Church in the building, 2653. What's going on, Skinny? How you? Coach Ludi in the building. We know you in the building always. Most definitely. Yo, so it take a while for the YouTube stuff to come on through. So I don't even really know. But, if you hear, man, hashtag your city, hashtag your state. You know what I mean? How you playing? You getting any of this caregiver money in 2025? What you gonna do? Huh? How did y'all eat yesterday? Where you eat at? Who cooked that good food you ate, man? Put a picture of it in the comment, man. Let me know. You know what I mean? Did you feed your loved ones, man? Did you just, get all fat by yourself? Listen, I don't care what I'm doing, man. Ain't no fun unless my friends can get some. So y'all already know how it is. All right. So yeah, you want to get tight with the case manager, you know what I mean? More or less. And that's the moral to the story. You want to get tight with the case manager because that's the person that's going to really take care of you. Where my notes at? Absolutely. Now to get into the program, I always tell y'all to get into the program, you got to be med, right? You're not in the program. Okay, special shout out to my boy Roland because he definitely shared the video. That's what's up, Ro. We appreciate you. Make sure you on the block today too, man, because you're supposed to be taking some measurements and getting all the stuff we need to fix that project over there, man. So let me know, man. That's my dude right there. Do you operate in Georgia? No, we do not. I don't want to beat your name up. So 7266. No, we do not operate in Georgia. But guess what? Medicaid is in Georgia. And I would say, like the country's leading expert on how Medicaid, help the people. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm for the people. So no, I don't. But if you got any questions, I'll definitely try my best to answer them. You know what I mean? Because it's all about the same thing. What has to be wrong with you to get into the program? Man, nothing has to be wrong with you, man. You got to have everything right. Because if you're the wrong person, you're not getting in, man. If you're the right person, you getting in. And check this out. We don't even help the wrong person over here. You know what I'm saying? Just like my boy Grant Cardone say, the quality of your question will reflect in the quality of your answer. So we love you out there. I'm just clowning my boy. But nah, man. I'm gonna tell you probably what you asking, man. Like, let me put my phone on silent too, because they text me like crazy. So and what's up, Red? Why you ain't joined us on the thing yet? Because I know you watching in silence, man. Y'all be trying to watch like ninjas, you know what I mean? Don't let nobody know. You looking. I see you. Consciousness. Absolutely, man, because we're going to use the best consciousness to get ourselves through the day. So I think what you asking is how do you know if you can get into the program? I think that's really what you asking. Okay. I have not seen anybody who was blind get turned down because they can't see and they need help 24 hours a day. You know what I mean? You can't see, you need help 24 hours a day. Now, they're not going to give you 24 hours in the day, but you're going to get a lot of hours because you're going to need a lot of help. You know what I mean? I mean, think about it. I mean, even though, you've been doing it, however long you've been doing it, you do a lot. So if somebody was to come in and help you, it would be with a lot. So, I've never seen a person with a that was blind get turned down. What's the average waiting list for these programs to get in? Good question. I got you. I got you. I'm gonna sit that right there. I wanted to say that out loud, put it into the ether real fast. So, all right. I've never seen a person in a wheelchair get turned down to get into the program. Also, so I'm not saying that they're the only two people that get into it, you know what I'm saying, with no problems. What I'm saying is I haven't seen anybody blind or anybody that 100% needed that wheelchair not get into that program ASAP or dapper. Now, in Delaware, I can answer that question for you. What's the average waiting list? I can say what's the average waiting time. I'm thinking that's what you're saying. What's the average waiting time to get into the program? In Delaware, I wouldn't say it's a waiting time, man. It's just you got to fill out this super big phone book, and then they gotta break it up and send it to the people they gotta send it to. Like, okay, it's the application part. Boom, application like this thick. You know what I mean? I send it to people. I used to have a boom. I got a good story for you too. I used to have a link and I send people, and then they had to print it all off. And then I had a PDF where they could just go on and fill it out. Now I got a phone call. Like, boom, we don't do none of that no more. Especially if you already in. I got this number that I call. I say, yo, boo, 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 boo. Yeah, I got the people on right now. Yo, tell them what your name is. Boom, my name is Kayan Church. I'm trying to get into the program. Yada yada yada. Okay. They say, look, man, we're gonna send you some information and we'll call you back. Yo, it's sweet. So really, it's how fast you can get all that done. See, and after that's really like the first part, because after the application part, then they're gonna break it down and they're gonna break it down to another three parts. You're gonna have the medical part. That's where they're gonna contact your doctor and they're gonna say, yo, do church need this? Yeah, he need it. All right, boom, you cool. Then they got another part. What's it called? Financial responsibility part. So basically, all this is they want to know about your finance. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, they're gonna have an interview. So you got the application, the medical part, the financial part, and then you're gonna have an interview. You know what I mean? Now, it's not really a waiting list. It's how fast can you get that stuff done? Because here in Delaware with Medicaid, man, they don't care about you. Like, they'll let you sit. Like, your application only good for 90 days. They'll let you sit to the 91st day, and then they'll send you a letter and say, hey, man, you blew it. You got to try all over again. You know what I mean? Like, they rough. They really rough. So what you got to do is, man, you got to get with a good person like me in your state. What state you in, by the way? You know what I mean? Put that back in the comment. Let me know what state you was in anyway. I might have been there. I didn't see it. Let me see. Nah, don't tell me where you at. Okay, you in Georgia. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. If they like Delaware, I don't know, because they don't care. You know what I'm saying? You need your good advocate, somebody you can call and be like, yo, what's the fastest way I can get in there? And then, like, if you come with me, I'm gonna get the application, get you to fill it out. If I can't get you on the phone with the people, that's my new way, right? And then I'm gonna heckle the people that they supposed to be, on your case. Like, I'm gonna call the social worker over top of the financial department. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna really tell you what to do. I give you the secret sauce, and I already give it to you on other videos. So I give you the secret sauce to getting it. You know what I'm saying? I tell you in other videos I tell you what to say to the doctor. I tell you what information to get printed off. So when they ask for your finances, boom, you already in the building. And I tell you what to tell them in the interview. So, it's sweet. So in every state, it's probably the same thing. You know what I mean? So, to break it all down, it could take you 90 days in a perfect world. If you was in Delaware and you did it by yourself, you know what I mean? It could take you 90 days. Could take you 60 days if you knew somebody. You know what I mean? If you know me, I'm gonna have you in and out in 30. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I tell people all the time, I'm gonna walk you from the parking lot to the VIP. I'm gonna hold your hand. It's sweet like that over here. Like, you just gotta have the right connections. But what you gotta do is make sure that they getting back to you, because that's the number one way that people lose. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't get contacted back, and now it's the last couple days and we ain't heard nothing. And then, like, because they ain't moving fast. You know what I mean? They don't care. You got to get the information on the table so they can make a move for you. You know how they play it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely. You're welcome. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Hashtag your city and your state, because we want to know where you at. You know what I mean? I got some people down there in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? My cousin down there, actually. I need to go on down there. So look, we making moves, man. If you an agency owner and you in another state, you need some help. You know what I mean? You need these leads. You need some. I don't know. You might need good help with this billing. I don't know what you need. This EVV. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you need, let me know. So we covered it from the client side. You being a caregiver, how do you get to be a paid caregiver for Black Friday? What you do is you call me. Put that application in, call me. 302-689-3240, 302-689-3240. We're going to hire you. Now, it'll be best for you if you come with the client, because, everybody come with a client. You know what I mean? Now, true, some clients need more people. You know what I'm saying? They might be a 2-person assist. We don't really do much, but we do assist. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it wrong. We caregivers. We ain't doing no whole bunch of this and that and Warrior lifts. And it's not that we ain't willing to do it. It's the fact that we caregivers and we can't do that because you need a license or some kind of certificate for that. You know what I'm saying? People always, like when I first started this, I knew a lot of nurses and CNAs, and I'll be telling them what we're doing, and they never could understand. I'm like, yo, this is easy money for you. You know what I mean? Like you will never use any of your talents. You'll just be here hanging out. You know what I mean? As we say in the caregiver industry. You know what I mean? Now sometimes they have you working, like, you be working. You know what I mean? This ain't always like no easy gig. You ain't always gonna sit on the couch and watch a movie and talk to the people. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you are, you know what I mean? Hopefully you get that kind of client. But if you come with your peoples, that's the best look, because you already taking care of your parents. You know what I mean? Your mother, your father, your loved one, your person. You know what I mean? Now they ain't even like work. Now what it is you gonna get paid for doing the things that you already doing. See, any other way it's gonna be a job. You know what I mean? Now you're gonna be trading time for money. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to trade time for money. Yo, I was going to write an ebook and tell people about a side hustle, right? Because y'all know I'm the side hustle guy. Y'all probably know me from outside of here too. So I'm the side hustle guy. I was going to write the ebook, Side Hustle Caregiver. Put that in the comment if y'all think that's a good one. You know what I'm saying? Because trading time for money sucks. But if you already giving your time up, you want to get a little money. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at it. You know what I mean? What's up, man? Hashtag San Antonio. Can home care agencies apply? What did that say? Can home care agencies apply for you? What do you mean? Can home care agencies apply for you? What do you mean? Can a home care agency apply for you? You mean like as the client, can a home care agency apply for you? Oh, okay. You mean application wise? Okay, duh. KC a little slow. Don't worry about that. No, because it's done by family members. You know what I mean? And I don't think any home care agency would want to be like the person's spokesperson. They just want to administer the care. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense, as they say. So yeah. But If you get to a good agency, the people will help you. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. The people will definitely help you. But I don't think your next question is on your behalf. I don't think they'll do it on your behalf because I wouldn't want to get involved with that. You know what I mean? I just want to administer the care. Really, I just want to put the paycheck in your loved one's hands for taking care of you. I don't want to get involved in the application. But guess what? I need you as bad as you need me. So I would love to help you fill the application out. you know. So, that's why I go through all the stuff that I go through, meeting the people, at Medicaid, meeting case managers, meeting these what they call it, these liaisons, these, I because I want to put my network together. So, when you need something, I can just easily reach out and handle it. You know what I'm saying? So, absolutely. All right. Ebook side hustle caregiver. Right. Right. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Okay, Miss Ludi, I finally figured out how to do it, so I was changing them myself. I'm sorry. She like, yo, you here touching stuff. I'm in the back, y'all touching stuff. All right. I want to do this in Houston. Word. Miss Ebony Leary, look like you ain't scared from that picture. So listen, if you want to do it in Houston, I'm down with you. I help you out. Call me 302-689-3240. 302-689-3240. Actually, I help the agency owner with a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? And I love this startup. I love the startup because it's all about the hustle and it's all about how can we put this together and make it work. You know what I mean? So, what's your background? What kind of background do you got? Do you do healthcare now? Let me know. But yeah, we definitely help the agencies. We help them get credential with the insurance companies. We help them with the EVV. You know what I'm saying? I know a couple sharks that that lend you some money on some business loans. You know what I mean? Like whatever you need. Okay, well, don't call it right now because I'm online. Ask me whatever you want to know. Like, this is the real me. This ain't no this ain't the AI me. This is the real me. So I'm here with you right now. Ask me what you want. But do me a favor. After this, I gotta make another video. Just put your email or something in the comment. I call you back, or put your number in the comment. I don't know, or leave a message with whoever answers the phone and say, "Yo, this message for KC." But we on the air. I'm with you right now. So just put in there whatever you want. I love Houston too. And what's going on with that turkey thing going on down there, man? Did homeboy burn it up to get the money for real? What's going on with that? Talk to me, man. Put it in the comment. All right. Oh, my bad. I thought it was like a show where you were taking live calls. Oh, nah, but that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Miss Ludia, how do we hook that up? How can we take live calls? You know what? If I tell you my cell phone number, I could probably get a live call and put you on the speaker.
Oh, yes, yes. That one will work.
Yeah, I could probably do that. I could probably do that.
Or maybe they can still join us in studio, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll work on that. We'll work on that. Next question. Can I have one aide with multiple clients in the same building? Can I have one aide with multiple clients in the same building? I like your approach because if you could do one to many, you could get seriously paid. But I'm gonna have to tell you no. And it's because one person take care of one person. And Medicaid not gonna pay you to take care of multiple people with one person. Medicaid don't even want to pay you, period, just because they so tight. You know what I mean? They're the only people that do it, but they don't love to do it. They do it because it's a cheaper route for them. And if they can keep people out the nursing home, then that's gonna be way better for them. But they is not gonna let you get money like that. They are not gonna let you get that kind of bread. That would be awesome. And the thing where you say in the same building, that really don't work neither, because we see people in their home. You know what I'm saying? Like, we do non-medical in-home health care. Now, if I was talking to the state, I wouldn't use the words health care. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't do health care. It's all non-medical. But uh anytime you talking a building, a facility, any of that, that's outside of the home, and that we don't do that kind of care. So probably I'm gonna say that's a good question, and I'm gonna upgrade your answer to a yes. Yes, you can do that, but it would be some kind of healthcare aid. And when I say healthcare, I say that to say they got some kind of certificate. Now, what I do is I do caregiver. You know what I mean? Now, we call them aids, you know what I mean? But we don't call them healthcare aids. So, if that makes any sense, I probably gave you a whole bunch of stuff that you ain't really need. But I'm gonna give you everything, you know what I mean? Because it depends on what kind of business you're trying to have. You know what I'm saying? Like, a friend of mine just opened up a pasta, you know what I mean? And shout out to my homegirl Keisha. She just opened up a joint, and she's doing pasta, but at the same time, she could have did something bigger, because she's a medical person. Like, she's medical staff herself. You know what I mean? She's probably just picking up all the easy money on the table, but it depends on what kind of agency you doing. Now, if you was doing some kind of skill care, then I'm sure some kind of skill environment that you could create, and you could keep a whole bunch of people in a room, and you could do the one to many. You know what I mean? Because that's where the bread is at, one to many. You know what I mean? You never want to go one on one. But unfortunately, as a caregiver, this is a one to one type get money situation. You know, I don't even know if your mom and dad was in the program and you was their caregiver, could you even take care of them at the same time in the same house? They would probably make you write it up as 40 hours with mom and then 40 hours with dad, not like 40 hours with both, if that make any sense. But like I said, that's as a caregiver, you know. So look, you in the building, man, but I really can't see you, but I see you here. I see you, but I can't see you. So look, hashtag live, hashtag your city, you know what I'm saying? Hashtag your state, hashtag your county, you know what I mean? Let's talk about this collar on this new shirt I got that won't stay down. I don't know. Hashtag me something. Let me know you out there. Look, if you're on YouTube, make sure you hitting that thumb, because I gotta get these likes up, man. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely, absolutely. Let's go to the next comment. Miss Ebony, you make a lot of sense. Hashtag live. Residential care homes support that structure. Absolutely. And it's several different businesses. You know what I mean? It's more than one way to skin the cat. And this good healthcare is like, the bread is unlimited, because, I was talking to a friend of mine, you know what I mean, in North Jersey. He was like, look, man, open up an agency. He said at the same time, I got some nurses on staff. I said, man, you number one, you want to do skill care. He said, yeah. He said, I just got a line of credit for the business. He said, I'm on my way down to Dover, Delaware, and participate in that auction where you get all the paratransit buses. He said, we're gonna put that to use. He said, boom. Then we're gonna get the building. Look, this healthcare thing is amazing. Ain't nothing like it. Nobody's getting younger. You know what I'm saying? Number one, everybody's getting older. And it's so many moving pieces to this thing. Like, you can really do what you want to do. You know what I mean? You can really do what you want to do. Hashtag live if you in the live. Hashtag rebroadcast if you in the rebroadcast. San Antonio in the building. Stand up. San Antonio. What's the weather like down there? What's the weather like? Yeah, so getting back to the real story, can I get paid as a caregiver for Black Friday in 2025? Yes, you can. Couple little prerequisites that you gotta do. You gotta get physical. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody hiring you if they think you're gonna fall out on the job. Straight up, gotta get a physical. Number one. Number two, got to get that background check. You know what I mean? Now, no matter how the background, now this is a secret. Don't tell nobody I told you this. No matter how the background check come out, you can still, I'm gonna still let you sit with your mama. You know what I'm saying? Because that's your mom. But you cannot go to Miss Mary house after work and get some extra hours. You know what I'm saying? If your jacket bad, that's hey man, it's just what it is, man. That's the price of tea in China. But guess what? I'm gonna still hire you to take care of your mom. You know what I mean? All right. Number three, you're gonna have to get a drug screen. All right. Now, hopefully, we don't expose nothing crazy that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? This is not for that. But you know what I mean? If you is doing anything crazy, you need to calm down. You feel me? All right. You gotta take a little minor competency test, nothing major. You know what I mean? You can handle that, you know, and then it is what it is. How you doing? Hashtag live from Washington. Absolutely. Is that Washington, D.C. or is that Washington State? Talk to me. What is that? Washington what? And Mr. San Antonio says it's 60 degrees, man. That sucks for Texas, man. You need to. Why would you live in Texas and then you be down 60 degrees? That's crazy. I thought if you lived in Texas, man, you want to be like 75 or better. You need to go to the nice part of Texas, man. I don't know where you at, man. Something, you know. So yeah. Put it all together, man. It's easy being a caregiver, man. And I'm saying, man, it's like free money, man. I don't know if y'all know anything about that, man. Y'all might got to, you know, I grew up at JF, man. It's free money, man. We know about free money over here. You feel me? It's free money, man. Your people's in the program. Go ahead and get paid, man. Let's cash that check. Let's cash the check. If I put a check in your name, man, and told you take it to the bank for doing something you was already doing, how would you feel about it? You know, would you hate yourself? Would you cash the check? Cash the check, homie. Call me 302-689-3240, 302-689-3240. If you're in Delaware, I'm gonna get you straight. It ain't gonna take long. I'm gonna walk you straight through. Hopefully you got only Medicaid. If you got a couple insurances, then you got a big question on your own hand. You want to figure out, hey, do I want to leave these people and just be with Medicaid to get into the program with KC? Or I don't know. That's the question you're gonna have to answer. But once you figure out, I'm gonna get you in there, and your life definitely gonna change. Make sure if you're watching this on the book, you hit them 3 dots so you can be with me live whenever I go live. Make sure you done like this joint, you know, give it a couple likes, couple hearts. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you giving this likes, because we got to get these likes up on YouTube, man. I ain't really got no audience on Facebook. They be fronting on me, but y'all on YouTube, I love y'all, man, because y'all be asking questions. You know, y'all gonna view a joker a couple hundred times. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, man, ain't no fun if my friends can't get none. I'm gonna be here back with you tomorrow, man. Noon, I think. That's what we shooting for. You got some questions? Put it in the comments. All right. Peace.